Okay, it looks like we're streaming there, and... streaming there, okay. Yo, we are back. This time, we got the NekoGirls here. We got the catpanions. Yes, the Stuggy likes his catpanions. Very much, very much. Yes, isn't that right? Isn't that right? Yep. You like me too, right? Anyway, let's kick this sucker back off. And let's go ahead and continue with my either poor reading or my poor voice acting or great voice acting, depending on who you are. Okay, continuing off where we left off. Regarding the situation, I want to respect Chocolate and Vanilla's intentions. Ah. Was what she told me when I was finally able to get in touch with her? Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But Shigeru, even if you say, damn it, even if you say I don't think Chocolate and Vanilla will, don't make it sound like a daily ritual or something. In any case, oh wait, Shigeru! That sneaky little sister. Seriously! As the ruthless electronic buzz of the dropped call echoed, stare at my cell phone. And here I thought that I could sort out all this if I could just talk to Shigeru. Really, Chocolate? You know what you're up to. I am on to you. I am on to you. The cat girls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. These sandwiches incidentally contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce. With an over-easy fried egg tucked inside all of that, it was a simple meal. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You two are definitely going home today, okay? Stop with the deliberately misleading words. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I took an opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. The eating habits of cat girls were pretty much the same as those of humans, so that part was straightforward. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual cat girl. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Today, I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening too. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. I said that to them with sandwiches in my hand. She put her sandwich down on her plate, and just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem. I answered her clearly. Her shoulders dropped more than before. The ears, which sat atop her head, drooped down hardly too. Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look with concern. Good going, Kushiru. Good going. You made her upset. You made her sad. The pain from last night pricked at my heart again. I tilted the already cooled coffee cup as my emotions dulled unimpeded by my judgment.
それでも、ショコラはご主人様のところにいたいです。
Her usual, always perky ears were drooping. Chocolate was speaking clearly under her own volition.
ショコラがいるなら、私もここにいる。私もここにいたいと思う。
Vanilla's unusually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. I don't remember Chocolate or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed at the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That understand. That understood.
ご注文ありがとうございます。ロイヤルウッドです。ご注文いただきましたティーセットの配達にお伺いしました。ではこちらお店の中に運んじゃいますね。こちらの段ボールで全部ですね。では間違いなければ受領書にサインをいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
She smiled brightly and brought out the invoice along with the pen. Okay, let's see. I looked over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow, this doesn't look like what I ordered.
本当ですか？それは品物が違うということでしょうか？
No, the stuff I ordered is in here too, but I looked over the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain! It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery.
すみません。すぐに本社に確認しますので、少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。大変申し訳ございません。こちらのミスで別の注文書と混じってしまっていたようでして、水無月様の方もすぐにご入りようと思いますので、もしよろしければご注文分の食器を受け取っていただければと思うのですが。
Accept this order? Huh? From all of this? The mountain of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was of equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contain expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I accepted it all, it would be a lot of work to deal with all the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery opening, so I don't mind accepting these, but it's going to take a while to deal with all this.
もちろん私もお手伝いさせていただきますので、私も次の配達に行かないといけないですし。
Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. From the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it redelivered would take double the effort too. Gee. Yeah, I'm looking at you too. That's right! I have a lifeline!
にゃですか？猫ちゃんたち本当に助かりました。
I'm gonna double check something real fast. Okay, yeah. Looks like it's doing good.
ありがとうございます。本当にありがとうございます。では私はこれで失礼させていただきますね。
I'm exhausted. I glanced at the tableware we had just finished organizing, lowered myself into the chair and relaxed my shoulders. Thanks, Chocolate. Don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal table, the light mail tableware had arrived. Soon, I had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I needed help, any help I could find, and I really did need help this time. I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocolate. She had a wide smile on her face and was ready to receive my approval. Thanks, I couldn't have done it without you two. Hey, you two are getting a bit too close. They leaned forward towards me for emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue than the one from before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I could ask you two to work for me or anything, okay? Her shoulders drooped along with her ears and tail. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened. She trudged up to the second floor, still dejected. Chocolate isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy, but even so, she wasn't something I was going to easily change. Easily change my mind about. It was all the more with how much she cared for me. She spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked that question. You two aren't bad cat girls, and that's why I can't have you stay here. It's because you two are good cat girls that I can't allow it. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me, long and hard. Vanilla? With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small footsteps slowly disappeared, and before long, I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Inside the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself, I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, there is a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what it really meant. It must be pretty nice to live that simple life of a cat girl, huh? I pondered as I looked into the name of the bakery, fixed to the window. With a bitter smile, I began to clean up the tea sets at hand. I'm screwing this up. The tea sets at hand that had arrived earlier.
猫パ
Vanilla, let's just say the cup broke itself.
ラ。あれ、今日はあのたこ焼き屋がいない。
Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park in the evening. However, the food stand was nowhere to be found. It just happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the catgirls home. I had also happened to leave the house key behind. So, to make good use of time, I went to do some shopping before Shigeru got home.
なんだっけ
Whoops.
また旅だっけ あ、ごめんバニラ。なんだっけまた旅だっけ
Okay, and there we go.
だいたいそんな感じ。
That isn't the right word at all. Chakla, if you tried, why don't we just, why don't we rest a bit?
はい、少しだけ。でも大丈夫ですから。心配かけてごめんなさい、ご主人様。
There's no need for you to apologize. She had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there. Why don't we rest a
じゃ
bit?
あ私、何か飲み物買ってくる。
Ah, thanks. Something for everyone, okay?
了解。任された。
I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chakwa. The constant sea breeze rustled in the trees in the park. All that could be heard throughout the empty park were quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chakwa. Like the gently setting sun, time passed by slowly.
ほら、帰ります。
Her voice was quiet, that I wasn't quite sure if I had heard her or not. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chakwa's head.
たまにはご主人様に電話してもいいですか？
Yeah,
またご主人様のところに遊びに来てもいいですか？
yeah.
ご主人様はショコラたちのことはちゃんと毎日思い出してくれますか？ショコラ離れててもご主人様って呼んでてもいいですか？
Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She stifled her sobbing and her voice became strained. She looked pained, and as she did her best to hold her back, her emotions biting her lips. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will.
主人様、ごめんなさい。主人様。
I was frustrated at myself for saying nothing. I was empty. I could only condolence that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocola's head as gently as I could.
やっぱりご主人様は優しいですね。
I don't really think I'm kind at all.
ご主人様、前も同じこと言ってましたから。
Before? Chocolate closed her eyes and smiled.
覚えてますか？ショコラとバニラをご主人様としぐれちゃんが連れて帰ってくれた時のこと。
Ah, of course, I remember that. It was a cold day half year ago. Chocolate and Vanilla were huddled together crying by the side of the road. They were still so young they couldn't even speak yet. It was that day that I embraced their small, cold bodies, and I took them home with me. There was no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at
あの
home.
時は知らないお家で知らない人と猫ばっか
You two wouldn't eat at all, which really worried Shigeru.
はい、とっても心配かけちゃいました。
I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as we reminisced about the
ショ
past.
コラとバニラが熱を出した時のことも覚えてますか？
Ah, I definitely remember that. It was a few days after we brought chocolate and vanilla home. At that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water. And as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnourishment and cold weather had really begun to weaken their bodies. They both developed high fevers and were in pain.
あの時は夜中で誰にも気づいてもらえなくて、とにかく苦しくて、辛くて、寂しくて、声も出せなくて、手も足も全然動かなくて、助けて、誰か助けてって思いながら、ただただ泣いてたんです。そしたら、
It's alright, I'm with you too, so don't worry.
ご主人様が大きくてあったかい手で、ずっとそばで大丈夫大丈夫って言い続けてくれて、ショコラとバニラのこと撫で続けてくれてました。朝になって病院に行くまでずっとそばにいてくれて、不安で心細かったのが全部嘘だったみたいに。あの時も同じこと言ってました。俺は別に優しくなんかないって。でもショコラたちはご主人様が助けてくれなかったらここにいなかったです。あの時ご主人様がそばにいてくれなかったら誰も信じられないままでした。ご主人様のおかげでご飯も食べれるようになりました。しぐれちゃんともみんなとも仲良くなれました。だからあの時からショコラのご主人様はご主人様になったんです。ショコラはそれからずっと優しいご主人様のことが大好きなんですよ。
I wish that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all she could before me.
だからショコラはご主人様がいなくなっちゃうって聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて、どうしても一緒に行きたくて、しぐれちゃんにお願いをしたんです。
She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if it would disappear at any moment. Those words were so gentle and warm. But there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocola. I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name.
お金のこととか難しいことはやっぱり猫にはわからないです。でもやっぱりショコラはご主人様のそばにいたいんです。ご主人様が辛くて大変そうなのなんとなくわかります。本当になんとなくですけど、お掃除でもお洗濯でもお料理でもショコラがお手伝いできることは何でもしますから。今すぐにはできなくても絶対にちゃんとできるようになりますから。だからもう一度だけお願いしちゃダメでしょうか。ショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。
Chocolate voiced her feelings clearly once again. Oops. And I barely kept her tears from overflowing. Chocolate, if you could be with me. I was engulfed in inner thoughts which were ready to overflow. She yearned for me so earnestly. For her innocently believe in me, there should be no reason for me to be against it. That day, chocolate and vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. I was simple, selfish, and just leaving home like that. I didn't want get my dear family wrapped in my selfishness, or I have them experience any unnecessary hardships because of me. You two are important to me after all.
私たちは猫だから自分に素直なだけ。
My inner conflicts were disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she sat at Chocolate's side.
楽しいことならショコラと一緒がいい。たとえ辛いことでもショコラと一緒にいたいと思う。だって一緒にいれないことの方が寂しくて辛いから。
Vanilla.
本当に好きなら迷惑かけたって一緒にいたい。それでも一緒にいたいものだと思う。私たちが幸せかどうかなんていくらご主人でも決めつけるのは違うと思うよ。それに大事な人が大変ならなおさらそばにいたい。何ができるかはわからないけど、でも辛い時にそばで励ますことくらいできるよ。
It was as if her gentle, warm, soft smile had become the setting sun. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply parted and seeped into my heart.
だからきっとしぐれも私たちがご主人のところについていくのを許してくれた。しぐれはご主人と一緒に行くことはできないから代わりにお願いって。だからご主人が本当にショコラのことを思うなら一緒にいるべきだと思う。
There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. They were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate Chocolate and Vanilla's happiness? Only those words continued to strongly resonate in my mind, which was otherwise empty.
たとえ何不自由のない暮らしでもご主人様がいないのは嫌なんです。いくら大変でもショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。だからお願いします。ご主人様のそばにいさせてください。ここがショコラがいたい場所なんです。
She was on the verge of tears, but Chocolate's face lit up. They weren't nothing but absolutely pure and genuine words. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to catgirls, huh? Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do.
ご主人様、それって。
Won't be like it was back at home. You can't just live here with however you like. Got it?
大丈夫です。ご主人様がいるだけでショコラは幸せですから。やれやれ、ついにご主人陥落。いやよいやよも好きのうちだね。
The dreary moments seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple. Although I thought I was all still so immature, perhaps catgirls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. From here on out, we need to do our best all together.
毎晩大トロじゃなくて大丈夫です。たまにでいいです。お肉もA4でいい。松阪牛なら脂身最高。
Is that all you guys have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is uncertain, I lovingly rub their heads, disheveling their hair. Those are expensive items over there. Alright, why don't we head back to the, go back to the shopping district then?
なんでですか？お買い物はもう終わったんですよね。
We have to go buy that shampoo you guys like, don't we?
おー、ご主人かっこいい。つい 坂牛も買おう。
Well, today is a celebration, so why
や
not?
ったー、お祝いパーティーですね。ご主人太っ腹。さすがは私たちのご主人。
Just this once, okay? This was the beginning to a bright new life. And together with a happy, high-spirited chocolate and vanilla, we took our first steps towards it. Did it freeze? What do you know? It took that long to get to the intro. Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Blah 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 blah. Well, no! What the hell? I accidentally hit the mouse button. Oh well. We'll play that again at some other point. Nice fan servicey shot. That's for sure. But there it is. Right there on the if you look at the stockings, you can see the cat ears. They got cat ears on the stockings. There you can see the other one right there. No, let's see. There we go. But yeah, they have little cat ears. Of course I'm looking at you girls with perverted eyes. I want you to be my catpanions. I'm a dog. Of course I'm perverted. Stop fooling around. The two cat girls showed out their uniforms they had just received comedically. Swamped with work, I turned away from the two cat girls. Yeah. It looks good. Really good. Although it was last minute, I'm glad we found something decent. It looks good on you too. Vanilla, I'm counting on you too, you know? Here, I'll get my IQ. Oh,
私は
that's not
そう
working.
いうことする猫じゃなショコラ
Which way was the bound? Ah, I can't remember the mouse button. Oh well. Let's continue on.
ダメだっていやそれスカートじゃなにゃにゃ
My cat girls sure are energetic. I looked at the frolicking cat girls out the corner of my eye as I wiped down the trays and tableware. We open tomorrow, huh? The necessary ingredients we already in the refrigerator, and decorative plants for the shop had arrived. I figured there would be more excitement to all this, but naturally it wasn't the case. Time did fly by when everything we were trying to get everything prepared though. I reached for the business cards that just arrived that morning.
にゃにゃにゃご主人様何ですかそれは何ですかこれはもしやショップカードというやつではすごいですご主人様お店の住所とか電話番号まで書いてますよお店の情報がもろバレの一枚個人情報保護にうるさい時代に危機感もない
No, that's exactly what business cards are used for. She knew about protecting personal information, but not about business cards. Well, it was true that it would be a pain if it was not. Dang it! It would be pain if in some sort of strange business or something.
おめでとうございますおめでとうございますご主人様こんなに素敵なショップカードならあっという間になくなって満員御礼ですね
Ah, it would be nice if everything went like that. I rubbed the high-spirited chocolate on the head as if a dream had already been granted. If she was already this genuinely happy about things, I began to feel like it might go well. It really was reassuring to have someone else here along with me. I found myself thinking about all that again.
じー
What's wrong, Vanilla?
これ1枚欲しいもらってもいい
I don't mind. It was rare for Vanilla to want something like that. But I imagine even cat girls like to have mementos. I had several hundred cards, so it wasn't really that big a deal.
はいショコラも欲しいですご主人様
Okay, I had a lot made, so go ahead and take however many you'd like. Hey, wait! You can't take all of them! That's not what I meant by take however many you want. I watched Chocolate take the box and go. My Japanese was hard for them to understand. I love this deadpan look she gets. That deadpan snarker look. It's hilarious. Oh, I enjoy this part. Arr. 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 Bark. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark, bark. You two really are cats. That's how I felt watching those two get so engrossed in a regular cat toy. Well, it did say go ahead, so for now, I'll just let them play with it. Where can I find books on cat girls? As I looked around the store, an apron-clad shop clerk came up to me.
何かお探しですか
Do you have any books on raising cat girls? The humanoid kind?
はい、もちろんございますよ。こちらになります。
Wow, there sure are a lot of books on cat girls. I was taken aback by by the tightly packed amount of books on catgirls. My thoughts happened to slip out. A catgirl's feelings, a catgirl education, catgirls at full speed, or not. I don't understand the last one, but in any case, there were a lot of books.
でも結局猫それぞれなんですよね。人型猫は言葉でコミュニケーションが取れますし、ちゃんと話をしてれば大丈夫ですけどね。あちらの猫ちゃんたちのご主人様ですか？
Oh, no, my little sister is their own. Wait, no, I am their owner. I thought I should do a bit of studying up on them.
そうでしたか。では、おすすめの本出しますので、少々お待ちくださいね。
It did feel awkward to declare that I was their owner. But to be able to say that I was their owner was also something that made me a bit happy. I would say it part of my caring personality. A weary smile formed on my face as I watched the two of them frantically slap the cat toy from a distance. Wait, they're still doing that?
お待たせしました。こちらの本なんてどうでしょうか。
The shop clerk came back and handed me a book. Catgirls, Year 1 to Adulthood.
あれだけ手がかからないなら、飼い方というよりは猫の特性を学ばれた方がいいと思いまして。今さら言葉とかトイレ、お風呂の教え方なんて必要ないと思いますし、これから成猫になるにつれて発情期とか身体的な成長も現れたりしますから。
Right, that would be important. I rapidly flipped through the pages. Eating habits promote growth, mating season stable period during pregnancy, catgirl training, ways to deal with catgirls, catgirl personalities, schooling. Covered topics all the way, athletic competitions involving catgirls.
パートナーとして、仕事のパートナーとして、趣味のパートナーとして。飼い主さんと猫ちゃんとの関係も家族によって様々ですからね。専門的な本には劣りますけども、最初の入門編としてはこちらがいいかなと思います。でもあれだけしっかりした猫ちゃんたちですし、人間と同じように話をしてあげれば大丈夫だとも思いますけどね。
You're right, they seemed better raised than I was. I suddenly remember not too long ago when Chocolate and Vanilla managed to talk me out of sending them home. As an owner, I better study up. With that thought in mind, I handed the book back to the shop clerk. In that case, I'd like to buy this.
はい、ありがとうございます。あと、もう一つなのですが。
What is it?
猫ちゃんたちが大変気に入っていたようですが、あちらはどうなさいますか？
Over there?
死ぬ。このままじゃショコラ死んでしまいます。私ももう三途の川が見える。ここから先は私の屍を乗り越えてご主人様にはショコラは最後まで立派な猫であったとそう伝えて。
Well, I guess I'll get that toy too. Also, do you have any
お
drinks?
買い上げありがとうございます。
Sometimes I really wondered if their heads were screwed on right. Watching the two catgirls roll around on the verge of death suddenly made me feel anxious.
ごめんなさい、ご主人様。ついつい夢中になっちゃいまして。いくら常識を身につけても猫の習性には逆らえない。
Well, I hang this up in the room, so play with it all you want. Their eyes flickered around towards the toy, just jutting out from the plastic bag. I guess the genetic level, there really were cats. The shop clerk tell me, ugh, dang it, I'm screwing up my words. The shop clerk did tell me that was just how things are after all.
ねえご主人、今日はドラッグストア寄らない？
I wasn't planning on it. But was there something you wanted?
そうといえばそうな感じだね。
I guess if you want to go, then we can go. Using such unclear words was uncharacteristic of Vanilla. Just the other day, I had bought her a full set of hair care products. I guess there was some medicine I wanted to stock up on, so I don't mind. Okay, let's go.
行く。これで任務達成。
I'm on to you, Vanilla. I know you're up to something. Objective?
もう猫の世界にもいろいろある。
Z. Well, fine. Well, that's fine, I guess. Maybe catgirls' lives aren't that easy. I thought about it as well as we headed towards the drugstore.
ねえねえご主人様、生理痛って何ですか？あ、生理ってことはもしかしてお片付けした時に痛くなる筋肉痛のことですか？そこら冴えてますね。
It's something like that. Look, can you keep it down, okay? Stares from the others in the stores were piercing me once again. There's no way I could get angry at her innocence either. Please, try to understand my situation. In any case, why don't we go that way? There should be medicine over there.
ご了解です。ショコラはご主人様についていくのであります。 ところで、ご主人様は何のお薬を買うんですか？お薬って痛かったり苦しかったりするときに飲むんですよね。もしかして主人様どこか痛いんですか？それなら病院行った方がいいんじゃないですか？
It's just some household medicine. Thanks for your concern. I calmed down the concerned Chocolate, who was right up in my face. Household medicines is the kind of medicine you buy just in case something happens at
で
home.
もショコラが熱出して辛かった時はご主人様がお医者さんに連れて行ってくれましたよ。
That time wasn't normal. Chocolate is a cat girl too. If you only have a slight cold, then medicine from the local store should be more than enough.
そうなんですね。人の社会はいろいろあるんですね。
She picked up various medicine boxes and looked at him with admiration. On that note, was it okay for cat girls to take regular human medicine? A while ago, I saw Shigeru had some medicine that she said ship or something on it, but
あ、お隣に病院がありますよ。ここにお薬がなかったらお隣に行くんですね。さすが人の文明は便利なようにできてるんですね。
yeah, that's about right. I answered her vaguely. Well, Chocolate hasn't been to a hospital for humans before, after all. It's alright, as long as she understands more or less what they are. Huh, where's Vanilla?
あれ？そういえば見当たらないですね。
Before I realized it, Vanilla had vanished. Wasn't she on the one that said she wanted to go to the drugstore too? Sniff, 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 sniff.
あっちからバニラの匂いがしますよ。ご主人様。
By over there, do you mean outside the drugstore? I turned to where Chocolate was pointing and saw where she was pointing outside.
呼んだ？私のショコラ。
All of a sudden, Vanilla came back inside the store. Vanilla, where did you
ちょ
go?
っとお花を摘みに。
No, I mean, you clearly came from outside of the store just now. Pointing towards the sign for the restroom inside the store. There was no reason for Vanilla to lie, though. Wait, she is a cat, so does that mean she... Could it be that you didn't know what a restroom was and went outside to...
変態。ご主人がとても失礼。超変態。最低な人。
Yeah, that's true, huh? There's no way that would be the case, right? Sorry. Vanilla's face was red with rage as I earnestly apologized. And so that's how Vanilla looks when she gets angry, huh? It's difficult to make sense of a cat girl's pride.
それより早く帰って開店準備。もう明日だし。ショコラたちもご主人様のお手伝いしますから。
It's going to be a tall order, so I'm counting on you two.
はーい。
I'm on to you, Vanilla. I know you're up to something.
いらっしゃいませ。ご注文はお決まりでしょうか。ハート感が足りない。もっとこびてもっとお色気を。ふむふむ、お色気か。よし、じゃあもう一回いくね。いらっしゃいませ。ごめん、素直に私が悪かったと思う。今のなし。
Just for the record, this isn't that kind of bakery,
い
okay?
らっしゃいませ。当店のおすすめはケーキです。
What good is it if customers walk into the bakery and you recommend cakes to them?
でもケーキ以外をおすすめされても困るでしょ。
Well, that's true, but while I was making preparations for tomorrow, the poster girls were off to the side practicing greetings. I thought I heard them say they were going to help earlier, but oh well. Well, that I was doing, what I was doing could be done by one person for now, at least. Huh. So that's it. I had the taste of custard I just made. There was no clumps. The taste was uniform. The sweetness was superb too. Now then, next I needed to work on pie dough.
ワクワクワクワクワクワクワクワク。
Did you two want to have a taste?
さすがのご主人様。
I had the custard covered spatula over them.
おいしい。おいしいですご主人様。ペロペロ。この甘すぎない甘さがまたペロペロ後を引くというかペロペロ。
I want to lick the cat girls too. Piddle piddle.
ご主人様、味見おかわりしてもいいですか？私も替え玉が欲しい。
Okay, understand. This is the last one, okay? This time I gave each of them a small
ペロ
spoon.
ペロペロペロペロ。ペロペロペロペロペロペロペロ。
Fast, just like a cat. The two of them were wholeheartedly licking their spoons. Well, I suppose their straightforwardness was sort of cute. Well, even though I did ask for assistance, you two are just cat girls after all.
そんなことないです。ショコラだってご主人様のお手伝いできますもん。別にショコラは味見がしたくてご主人様のところに来たわけじゃないのです。
Oh, don't jump up like that all of a sudden. It's dangerous.
私は猫だから味見役でいい。ご主人、おかわり。
Hey, Vanilla, don't go just take more yourself. That's a lot more than a mere taste.
大丈夫です。なくなってもショコラがたくさん作りますからご安心を。おお、ショコラが燃えている。これは期待せざるを得ない。ご主人、ストップ。
No, Vanilla, let go of me. All right, I'll make it.
ご主人様が作ってたのを見てたから大丈夫ですよ。ショコラにお任せ。まずはお鍋にミルクと、あとひまわりの種入れるんでしたっけ？
It's Vanilla Bean. The customers aren't hamsters, you know.
ショコラ、せっかくだからいっぱい作ろう。そしたらカスタードヘブン。了解、任せちゃって。生クリームも入れた方がきっと美味しい。生クリームは任せて。うわっ、よっ、これ重っ。ショコラ。もしかしてこれは非常に危険な、いわゆる
Yep. That's why I told you not to open your eyes. I'm going to wash you off again. You reap what you sow. Come on. Come on, close your eyes. I washed all the milk and fresh cream off chocolate and vanilla in the shower. That small blessing that the damage was just limited to you two, huh? Although cleaning up the bakery did take a lot of effort. Now that you mention it, that's true. Come on. You get that for opening your mouth. Just keep quiet for a bit. When they were young cat girls, I did occasionally bathe with them. But once they started to mature, I refrained from getting in the bath with them. It wasn't because I felt guilty or anything, though. Ever since they were small, I have thought of them like little sisters. Maybe even daughters in a way. Besides, they become more feminine to some degree, too. Wait a minute, they're cat girls. What am I doing thinking of this stuff like this? Huh. It's not nothing like at all. Huh, right. I was just thinking that your hair had gotten longer. But you two are cat girls, you're also maturing girls as well. Have some shame at least. Sheesh, you two act like cats only when it's convenient, huh? Come on, I'll wash your heads now. With shampoo in my hands, I went to work to lather in their hair. The hair was beautiful and free of split ends thanks to Sugar's constant care. Even to the untrained eye, I could see the merit in having them grow it out. Your eyes have been closed this whole time though, Vanilla. Besides, to think I'd lust for cat girls like you two, when you're just like troublesome daughters to me. Yes, yes, it's my honor. My pleasant thoughts floated through my head as I stroked their hair. The idea of taking cute daughters didn't sound so bad to me. After all, even Sugar used to constantly follow me around long ago. I suppose it's okay for me to say I'm rather good at taking care of others. Come on, while I'm washing your hair, you better make sure to wash the rest of you too. Don't forget your tails either. I already have my hands full with washing your hair. Yeah, why don't you do that? I'm gonna pour water over you again. Close your eyes and mouth and hold your breath. Okay, you're up next. It's a lot of effort, but this kind of change of pace might have been good. As I carefully washed their hair, a thought crossed my mind. Okay, looks like sponge cake dough has good consistency. I covered a bowl with plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator. It's not like we'll have a packed house on opening day, so this much dough should be enough. All that was left was to prepare for when the bakery actually opens. Okay, the only thing that still needs to be done is to cut up the fruit for the toppings, and then I'm done. I stretched and then looked at the clock, and the hour hand already moved from 11 o'clock to midnight. Chocolate and vanilla almost done, so you guys can go and sleep first. I looked over my shoulder and see the two of them sleeping fitfully on the sofa. They leaned against each other and cozily smiling as in the middle of a wonderful dream. And they said they'd be awake until I finished. They'd been full of activity since this morning, so they were probably exhausted. I crouched down and poked them in the cheeks. Sounded like they were in a oops, I missed this thing. Chocolate and Vanilla were one step ahead, acting as waitresses in their dream. It sounded like they were in a rush, as if La Soleil was packed. They really are still children, aren't they? They were cute, like children, excited before the start of a trip. Gently rubbed them both on the head, and then sweet smell of their the leave-in hair treatment tickled my nose. Come on, you two. You can't sleep out here, okay? You're going to bed. Wow! You girls are really full of it! What are you two talking about? It didn't look like they had any intention of waking up. Without any choice, I picked them up one at a time and carried them to the bedroom. You two really are a handful. I covered the two closely curled up cat girls with a blanket. Once more, I gently rubbed their heads before I quietly closed the bedroom door. Okay, just one last bit. Alone in the living room, I stretched out and took a deep breath. I need to work even harder tomorrow for Chocolate and Vanilla's sake too. Some remembered their names and my precious family members. I stretched my hands out and continued my preparations.
Nekopara.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for now. We'll continue in probably next week or something like that with this game. So do please enjoy yourselves and have a good evening.